Breaking news tonight, the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee insisting that Democrats will not make revisions to their document, which rebuts a GOP memo claiming the FBI abused its surveillance authority. We just heard from Republican Congressman Chris Stewart. Now I want to bring in Congressman Denny Heck, a Democrat from Washington who's also on the Intelligence Committee. Thank you, sir, for joining us. You just heard your Republican colleague there giving all kinds of reasons about why your memo should not be released, and theirs had every right to be released. How do you respond to that?
Well, Don, let's go back and reconstruct the chronology. Democrats uniformly opposed release of the Nunes memo, frankly because we thought it was gravely misleading, a point of view that actually ended up being shared with the Department of Justice, who warned that to release it would be reckless and that it contained serious mistakes and grave omissions. We were against that. Once it was determined that it would be released, we asked that it be subjected to Department of Justice review. That was declined. Once that was declined, or defeated by the Republicans, we said we have to tell the whole story. They have to have the benefit of hearing all of the facts. And so we produced a memo, and we offered it at that point, which they supported. And at the time that we did that, we said we wouldn't release it because we really actually believe in these national security considerations until the Department of Justice had had a chance to review it. The president chose to reject it in toto and send it back to the committee. Frankly, Don, if you looked up on an online dictionary the word hypocrisy, you'd see a video replay of this entire incident because they're holding the Democratic memo to a complete double standard.
Does your memo contain sources and methods?
As does theirs, which was denied in the previous segment, was it not, Don? It'll surprise you to hear this, but let's just remember, Christopher Steele is a source. He's mentioned in the memo.
Right.
That was never officially confirmed before, to my recollection. And the FISA application is a method. So sources and methods were revealed in the Nunes memo. But more important than that, and I think what really gets to the heart of what was of concern to the FBI, is once these things become political footballs, how incredibly compromising it is for any future effort, any relationship they may have with a source, or to protect a method going forward. This is a matter basically of national security concern.
Your colleague Adam Schiff says that he is not going to redact anything in the Democratic memo. Do you think this memo will ever see the light of day?
Nothing would surprise me anymore. I mean, Don, it's interesting to note that today is the one-year anniversary of the resignation of Michael Flynn. Let us recall that the very next day, President Trump called in then FBI Director James Comey and asked him to stand down on any investigation of Michael Flynn. From the very get-go, the White House has used every tool available to them, resorted to every means possible to slow down and get in the way of our effort to get at the truth.
Was your memo released just so that you can say that their memo was wrong, or was it released just so you could say that the White House was doing this on purpose, asking you to redact information?
We're trying to get at the truth behind the collusion, coordination, and possible conspiracy between the Trump campaign and Russian interference. That's our objective. And the purpose of our memo was to correct the misleading nature of the Nunes memo.
Well, that's not what they're saying. They're saying that you did it on purpose with source and method so that you could, at the end of the day, say that the White House refused to release your memo to make the White House look bad, and Republicans.
Don, it gives me no joy to say this, but I frankly now completely lost faith in the Republican majority intent to get at the truth behind this. I've been at this for 13 months now, and our side will continue to work in every which way we possibly can to get at this truth, because let's remember what's at stake here. Russia interfered in our 2016 election, and they've interfered in elections of Western democracies before or since on a scale unseen before that year. As we sit here and speak, they're interfering in the Mexican national election later this year. We have now had not one, not two, but I believe 3 intelligence community officials from the Trump administration acknowledge that the Russians are beginning to interfere in the midterm elections coming up later this year. This from the same administration who 2 weeks ago yesterday, I believe, refused to actually implement the sanctions that passed Congress by a vote, as I recall, aggregated 517-5. So the truth of the matter is, if we want Russia to stand down and stop interfering in our democratic process, then we have to deter them. We have to hold them accountable. We have to make them pay a price. And the way to do that is to implement the sanctions which Congress duly adopted.
So what's your point then? Why are you going there?
On sanctions?
Yeah.
Because they're going to stay at it. They're not giving up. They're coming at us again. And you know,
Well, I'm talking about in relation to this memo, because we're talking about the memo and the releasing of the memo. And you're bringing up the sanctions for what reasons? Is that
because they have demonstrated no interest whatsoever in deterring Russia, and they haven't from the get-go.
you think it's just in misleading the American people? I want to ask you, if the Democratic memo is sent back to the White House with redactions and the president refuses to release it, do you have any recourse? Do Democrats have any recourse?
Yeah, the law provides that the Congress can override it. Of course, I'd have no faith that they would be willing to do that at that point. But what that would constitute is what I have been concerned about, and I think I said on your program not that long ago, Don, we're inching toward a constitutional crisis. And there's a great irony here, really, when you stop and think about it. I feel like we're working our hearts out to get at the truth of this thing, because we don't want Russia to interfere in our elections anymore. In fact, we don't want them to interfere in our elections irrespective of which candidate or political party they will be favoring at the time. I feel like we're working our heart out to protect not just my political party, but their political party, because Russia could turn on a dime and favor us in some future election if they deem it's in their self-interest.
Yeah. Congressman Heck, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome, Don.
When we come back, a